allow me to introduce to you a good friend of mine and someone who can teach us more about mentoring. Let me call on Mike Ybiernas. Mike, good
Thank you
evening.
so much, Echo. Thank you so much for that wonderful start. I'm quite excited because I feel mentoring is one of the most exciting moment in our journey as people who are working or sometimes even in our lives. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Can I just ask first before we start, just to break the ice, because I think and I feel we have lost a little kind of connection when we started doing Zoom meetings and Zoom trainings. So, as a point of engagement for tonight, I just want to ask you this question, and I hope that all of you can type this in the chat box. Are you all ready? So, I just want to ask number one. My very first question for tonight is that if there's one word that can best describe your feeling right at this very moment, what is that word? Again, if there's one word that can best describe your feeling at this very moment, what is that word? Excited, excited. Marilu is excited. Elise is excited. Style by Miles is excited. The admin of our training PH is grateful. Danreb is focused. That's a good attitude. Echo is also grateful. Very, very good. What else? Brian is also grateful. There you go. So, are there any more who wants to share to us what is that one word that can best describe their feeling today? Wala na? Okay, next. This is the last question. I just want to ask if there's one person that you would want to be in your life, given the chance. Parang si sabihin ni Lord sa'yo, o sige, gusto kitang bigyan ng isang chance. Kung sino gusto mong maging, who would that person be? If there's a chance that you would want to, or you would be given a chance to be someone else, sino yung tao na yon? Can you type it in the chat box right now? Para ang tagal daming nag-isip. Sabi ni Dan Rev, he wants to be Jim Ron. Wow. Style by Miles, my dad. Wow, amazing. Marilu said Mother Teresa. Really in deep connection with her faith. Elise said my nanay. That's just 4 out of how many people who are here. So maybe we can hear from the others. Come on. Kung may isang tao na gusto mong maging me version 10.0 or 10.0. Amazing. 'Di ba? Yung iba, if there's one person who would you want to be, pag binigyan ka ng pagkakataon, etong tao na to, gusto kong maging ako to. Or gusto kong matuto sa tao na to. Sige na, gusto kong matuto. Me, still me. Sabi ni Brian, ako pa rin. 'Di ba? Ako pa rin. And I just want to start with that one, just allowing us all to engage so that we know that you're here. You're quite focused and really listening. So thank you, Echo, for introducing me, and thank you everyone for participating. This is just gonna be fast. I'm just gonna run through a few things of how you can actually become a good mentee, and of course sooner or later become a good mentor as well. So yeah, but before that, I want to just add a little things of what I do. Again, my name is Mike. It's Michael Vincent Ybiernas. I used to be the communications and club events manager of Echo said prestigious membership club in here in the Philippines. Well, I'm gonna name it. I'm a senior manager before, a communications and events head of Manila Polo Club. So that's the one, that's the oasis that you can find in the middle of Forbes Park. Currently, I'm a feast builder of the Light of Jesus community for our feast here in Novotel with a 3 p.m. session. And I'm also, together with my wife, we're building our business globally. I'm an international senior brand director, and yeah, that's what I do. Why am I into where I am right now? Because I felt that There are a lot of people who have encouraged me and have mentored me when I was young. I want to start with telling all of you a passage. This during one of his in one of his speech, he said this. No, he's one of my favorite actors. His name is Denzel Washington, and he said that show me a successful person. Can we show the slide so that they can see? He said that show me a successful individual and I'll show you someone who had a real positive influences in his or her life. I don't care what you do for a living. If you do it well, I'm sure there was someone cheering you on or showing you the way. That's what happened to me. A lot of people believed in me. A lot of people were there to guide me and to mentor me. That's why I am where I am right now. So I just want to ground our conversation by saying, if you want to be a good mentee, you have to recognize this and you have to embrace this. That if you are a good mentee, if you are a mentee, a mentor is your friend. They say one of the best things that we are able to cultivate and plant in this world is actually relationship. Because a good relationship will improve mentoring effectiveness. Sabi nila, mawala ng lahat. Wag lang ang relationship mo sa mga tao. Because actually, that's an expansion of your personal growth. That's an expansion of your network as well. And that is an expansion of an emotional support that you can get when you have good relationships. Mentors, they focus on one thing that you can get when you have relationships. And what is that? Trust. Mentors are trust builders because trust is the most basic. Aside from it being basic, it's actually the most important foundation of a good relationship. Pag may relasyon ka sa taong nag-guide sa'yo, sa taong nagme-mentor sa'yo, or sa taong gusto mong i-mentor, no, ang foundation talaga will always be trust. Mahirap kasing sumunod, no, sa taong wala kang tiwala. You know, I always tell this to the people I'm talking to and training when it comes to personal development and when it comes to sales, that people, they don't buy because sometimes, well, they buy sometimes because the products are really good, but they buy from the people they trust. It's the same as life. People would buy an idea, would buy an emotional what you call this, an emotional connection. They would want to buy that if they have trust on you. That's why mentors, you know, I just want to share this also. They do not share who their mentees are. You know, it's a little bit iffy if a mentor, oh, this person. No. But you know, if you mentor the person very well, that mentee would be the one to share who their mentors are. I'll be very I'm very grateful and thankful for the people who paved the way for me to be where I am right now. No? And siguro, if we want to become good mentees and we want to be good mentors, or you want to be a good recipient of a mentoring program, especially if you enroll in our mentoring program, you know, you have to realize that mentors have areas of expertise as well. Walang mentor na expert ng lahat. No mentor is an expert of everything. Mentors have areas of expertise. Kasi ako personally, naniniwala ako, what we focus on, it flourishes. If you focus on positivity, positivity will flourish. But if you focus on negativity, negativity will flourish. And if you focus on good relationship, there is going to be a good output, a product, a good result from that wonderful relationship that you're building. What you focus on grows. And here in our online mentoring certification, you will learn where to put more of your energy. You will learn where to focus more, especially on you becoming a mentor and you becoming a good mentee from the person who is going to teach you. In our online mentoring certification, you will learn that you have the capacity to actually mentor people. Sometimes what restricts us from being a good recipient and a good giver is because we don't believe much on ourselves. But I'm telling you this, You know, you are capable, you are better than who you think you are, and everyone here has the capability and opportunity to become the best versions of themselves because you have a good support from the people who have paved the way for you. Thank you, everybody, and I'm giving you back to our host.
All right. Thank you so much to all our speakers for sharing your knowledge with us. It's really good to have a mentor, no? Because, you know, they are very willing to help us. As what Mr. Mike said and Mr. Echo said, they are helping us to be the best version or to have the best version of ourselves. So now I think we are down to our Q&A portion. So, Sir Echo and Sir Mike, what are the usual challenges that you encounter in this field, mentorship? The challenges.
Do you want me to answer first, Echo?
Go ahead, Mike.
I think one of the biggest challenge I've ever encountered, especially when it comes to mentoring, is the personality of telling yourself that you already know what you need to know. It's very hard to mentor someone who is very full, you know, whose cup is already full. You cannot teach someone who does not who is not willing to learn. You cannot teach someone who is not very much willing to unlearn so that he can learn more. You are going to have a hard time talking to someone who thinks knows better and knows more than you. So I think that's one of the biggest challenge that I've ever encountered. Those kinds of don't get me wrong. I mean, I at the end of the day, you would want to still be patient in teaching them. But those people who have this attitude and character that they don't need this kind of things. I think what we need to have, an attitude that we need to have if we really wanted to go and be successful in life, is that every day is an opportunity for us to learn something new. So if you have that kind of attitude, then I think you'll go a long way.
Thank you, Sir Mike. How
Thanks,
about you,
Mike.
Sir Echo?
On my end naman, siguro the most challenging mentoring is when someone approach you and hindi clear sa kanya ano yung gusto niya matutunan, what he would like to learn. Because in mentoring, it's important that you will be able to set a goal for yourself. What would I like to learn and how long should I invest on that for me to learn that specific skills or that specific process. So that's very important. I remember I asked one of those people who would like me to mentor them. Alala ko yun, ano gusto mo matutunan? And he answered, lahat ng alam mo. So, for me, it took, I was on my mid-30s back then. And for me, it took me 35 years to learn all that I know, and I cannot just transfer it to you in one sitting. You have to be specific. When you want your mentoring journey to be successful, you have to be specific. What is it that you would like to learn? Example, if you would like to learn about hosting, di ba? Anong particular part ng hosting yung gusto mong matutunan? Di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng lahat ng klase ng pag-host. Mag-host ba ng kasal? Mag-host ba ng party? Di ba? Or yung pag-intro ba ng mga speakers? So what particular part of that the thing that you like to learn? Dapat ganun tayo specific in mentoring. And the most challenging for a mentor is to face a mentee with unclear goals in mentoring. And during the workshop, isa rin sa tuturo namin yan, how can you help your mentee set their goals?